No makeup on, nothing. It's awful. So I'm not really sure just yet what I'm going to do. I'm actually getting ready for work, so something definitely that's very, very wearable. So let's see what happens. Max Painterly Paint Pot as a base. I don't know if you can see that. And it's just really good because it keeps your lids, it gives something for the eyeshadow to stick to. Palette that I got on eBay, like really cheap. I think it was like $12 or so. That's what it looks like. They're all matte colors. I'm really into mattes right now. And if you take out the little tray, it has blushes underneath, which are also pretty pigmented. The only first one I'm going to take, it's going to look weird. First one I'm going to take is this orange one right here. And I'm just going to put that on the lower part of my lids. From the same palette. Oh, and the brush I used is just a little small, like eyeshadow brush. It's just tiny and it's really compact. It's not too fluffy or anything like that. Fluffy brush like this, it's like a rounded dome kind of shape to it. And next color I'm going to use in this palette is this right here. It's like a bright red, pink kind of color. I'm going to take a dome brush again, but this is a little bit more pointed. It's almost like a pencil brush, and it's not as flexible. It kind of stays in its shape a little bit better. So now with that same palette, I'm going to use the black that's in here and just a little bit of this because this black on here is really strong. So it's better to build up the color than have to go back and try to take some of it out. So we're this is what it's gonna kind of look like. It's gonna look messy right now. It's not blended and it's not completely right just yet. So next, I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm actually going to use this one. This is a really old MAC brush, but I love it. It has a slant to it, which is really good for the creases, I think. Some people, and basically I'm just going to run this along. There's no eyeshadow on it. I'm just going to run this along the crease and just kind of blend out some of the harshness to it. I'm going to go back in with that dome brush that I was using with the red, and I'm dipping it in a little red again, and I'm just going over the edges a little bit. Just for highlight, I'm going to use a stiff eyeshadow brush like this, kind of fat and stiff. I really like it for my eyeshadow. I feel like it fits really well in the arch. For this, I'm just using the white, the matte white from that same palette. So that just kind of softened it. I still have a really defined crease, but it's slightly blended, so it's not as bad. Liner, and I know a lot of people use really like thin artist brush like these to do liner, gel liner. I'm actually going to use this little angle brush. It's tiny like this. Kind of expensive, but it's waterproof and it works really well, so I really like it. Sometimes you need to splurge on some of the necessary stuff. I like to use a lot of mascara, so what I usually do is put on a couple coats of mascara and then let it dry, and then I'll go back and go over it again. Dome brush like this. It's round. Some people like to use a blending blush, some people like to use a stiff concealer brush. I like to use this for concealer. Studio Fix Concealer in NW25. It's a MAC one. Okay, so concealer is on. It does make your eyes look a lot brighter with the concealer. Another little angle brush. And I'm going to dip it in that black eyeshadow that we used earlier in that same palette. I'm going to run it against my bottom lashes. I have it on both sides. I like to use black on my waterline for every day. And there we go. Black waterline. Powder my face a little bit. And I'm just using MAC Studio Fix. I'm not going to say what color because it's just going to be depending on your skin tone. And contouring. Some people don't know what that is, and it just helps define some of the features of your face or lack thereof. Shadow actually by NYX, it's called Dark Gray. Probably better in the light gray, but it's just a matte gray color, and I'm using a little angle brush, like blush brush that's angled like this. This is really good for contouring. So I'm using that first, and I'm gonna so you can already see the difference from this. You can see kind of like a cheekbone here, and it's like a shadow, to this, nothing. I hope you can see that. Then you do the other side. Define cheekbones. What I like to do is I like to go in back in with like a matte bronzer color that's a darker tone than yours, just to help with the color of the shadow, so it looks a little more natural, so you don't just have gray. So I'm using this. It's by Benefit. It's called Hula. It's just a regular bronzer, but it's a lot darker than my skin tone, and it's a matte bronzer, which is really hard to find. It's the only one. And also there's a lot of product in here for the price, so I really like it. You're going to do the same thing. Again, you're going to concentrate most of the color up here, and then you're going to just kind of go around your face and do your temples. And this is just part of blending it out so it looks more natural. So, there you go. Instant cheekbones. Okay, so this is the palette again. I'm going to use, actually gonna mix this kind of orangey one with this really light pink one. I don't know if you can even see the colors right there. There you go. So this really orangey one with this really pink one. If you feel like there's a really weird like differentiation, what's it called, contrast with your blush and then maybe your contour, you can take a kabuki brush like this. I got this for $4 at Marshall's if you're here in the United States. Marshall's, you can always look really soft and fluffy, and you can just kind of take that over and just kind of blend a little bit, just so that there's not a super big contrast. You just want it to look a little bit more natural. Yes. I'm gonna go back over my lashes. And that's it. I just have to finish getting ready, dressed, and I'm ready for work. My makeup is all done. My hair is semi-done. It does look kind of weird. So this is my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll be doing more videos, makeup, and maybe some dance stuff. I used to dance. Really hope you like it. If you like it, click the thumbs up and subscribe if you can. Thanks. Bye.